longtime anti-gay bishop has recently come out as gay. His name is Kevin Kanouse, and he is with the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America. And apparently recently he wrote to his congregation and let them know that he does, in fact, enjoy the presence of men. Even though he is married to a woman, he has come out to her as well, and he has decided that they will remain married, which is incredible if you ask me. Now, here's what he says. He hopes that his revelation would inspire hope in young people who may be struggling with their sexuality or with other issues of self-esteem, rejection, and self-loathing. He says, I learned early on that I had to hide my true nature, especially because I wanted to be a pastor and serve in the church. Let me give you some context into this statement. He voted against allowing gay individuals into the church, right? And then he was asked about that, and here's what he had to say. I was afraid I would have to defend my decision to vote yes in congregations that would be strongly opposed to gay and lesbian persons. It was safer to hide behind a no vote. I was a coward. Well, you were a coward. I'm glad you know that.
Okay, man, you're much harsher on him than I am. I'm glad that he came out, and he's beginning the process of being honest with himself and with others.
I respect that.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going to happen with his wife. And look, they've lived together a long time, and I'm sure that in their own way they love each other. So it's not for us to judge what's going to happen inside their relationship. And but I think the more interesting issue here is the word he used. I thought was really interesting: self-loathing. Like, there's so much oppression. He's gay his whole life. He knows he's gay his whole life, right? But the church teaches you self-loathing, right? If you're a gay person, it's God hates you. You're a sinner. It's an abomination. The thing that you desire the most is the most sinful thing there is, and what God can't stand, right? How does that not lead to self-loathing, right? We've got to stop teaching that. Imagine the pressure that people are under if they're gay and they get brainwashed into this ideology.
Part of the reason why I am so tough on him, even though what he's doing now is right and I respect him for it because it does take some courage, it's just the fact that he was part of an organization that led to that self-loathing for such a long time. And I know he felt guilty, and I know that he wanted to pretend as though he was one thing when he was really something else, but it's hard for me to forgive him, especially after he voted no in letting gay people join their church, especially because
gay clergy, by the way.
Gay clergy, yes.
And in this case, he's gay clergy, so according to his own vote, he should be kicked out of the church.
Exactly. But I will say, look, again, it does take a lot of courage to do what he just did, to basically come out not only to his congregation, but also to his wife. And so, yeah, I don't want to judge their relationship too harshly. I'm just saying it's very difficult for me to be like, oh, you came out as gay now. All right, then I'm going to forgive the years and years of terrible stuff that you've been saying about gay people.
Well, okay, then let's do a poll on it, okay? Should we forgive this bishop, right? Bishop Kevin Kanouse. We'll do it on the TYT app. I vote yes, just because he was brainwashed into it along with everyone else. And he lived with that pain and that suffering. You're right, Anna, but he also took it out on others. He also tried to banish others, right? And he taught it in the context of, and we don't know to what degree he was fervent on that issue in his sermons. I would hope he wasn't, but we don't know, right? But I want people to, but it's a tremendous amount of pressure that these people live on because we didn't experience that brainwashing.
That's true.
And that brainwashing is incredibly powerful. And it made him want to be a pastor for his whole life. And it's part of that ideology. So I think anytime somebody comes out, despite all those past sins, I want to do the Christian thing and forgive him.
I know. I feel bad being rough on him. And I think I'm being rough because I'm also kind of in a grumpy mood. But, you know, I feel like if I was in a better mood, I would probably be more forgiving. So with that in mind, fine. I forgive him.
Oh, my God. What a merciful person. I thought she was going to be a rough rider to the end. But she pardons him at the end. We'll see what you guys come out.
Sometimes, I'm a softie.
Yeah, sometimes the TYT voters are much harsher than we are.
Yeah, so, they are.
I don't know which way you guys are going to come out. Anyway, we now know which way he came out.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
See, the thing is, sometimes you make a really bad pun and then you follow it with that awesome sound thing, and I have to forgive you. Forgiven.
Mercy all around. Okay, are we not merciful?